What is going on, everybody? I'm Dr. Luigi, and this is just a quick little update video. I haven't made one of these in a while. So I have been hard at work on UNU version 4, and I figured I'd share with you a little update on everything that's going on. So first off, with this UNU version 4, every single vehicle has been remodeled to some extent. I just have a small selection here, so you can see the Rabbit has a little vent. The engine bay is completely different. It doesn't have a trunk in the back anymore. It uses an inline 4-cylinder. It's now a 2-door coupe, so it's shortened a bit. I think it's a lot cuter. It's a perfect little car. It's a nice, adorable little car, and I don't know. I really like how it has turned out. Then we've got the Jeep over here for the military pack. It's been, of course, remodeled just like everything else. Jeep has just have a few little touches, like the windscreen's been updated a little bit with the wipers, new off-road tires, and then split windshield on the Steed, and improved grille and whole front end really on the Baron. So every vehicle has been pretty thoroughly, well, not they all haven't been thoroughly remodeled, but some of them have been completely redone, others are just touched up. And of course, also a big part of the update are the sweet new dashboards that all the vehicles have, instead of just the plain ones they had before. But this video isn't all about the remodels. This video is just about some of the sound work that I have been doing for UNU version 4. That's why it's making a video about it. So I've seen a video before where, opening doors and stuff, and they all have sounds. So I'm going to show you a bunch of the different sounds that are on the vehicles, as well as the engine sounds that I just got done redoing, and some fun features that I added onto the UNU Wolf, which I'll be showing at the end of the video to get a little hyped about the military update. The parts pack and the civilian pack updates are right around the corner. I'm about to release a final public beta. That way people could test out the bugs. And then after, that's kind of taken care of, to get one more round of bug fixes taken care of, then I'll release the final one. The military pack will be pretty delayed because there's still a lot of work to do on that, especially with weapons. Plus, Don Bruce is pushing out more and more weapons features with the new update, including handheld weapons. So that'll be pretty interesting. Without further ado, let's go ahead and start showing off sounds. I'll go ahead and do the engine on the Wolf. So with UNU version 4, I added a bunch of different engine types. So all the engines got remodeled, except for the i4 is now the air-cooled i4. This is the i4 flathead. And we'll go ahead and I also added new starter sounds and everything. So that's the flathead 4. Oh. And then I saw my Halloween skin. This is the standard 4. I figure this was good for just, since so many modern cars take i4s, this would be a good sound for, imports and anyone else who'd want to use an UNU i4. That way it's not just locked to vintage vehicles. So this is a flathead 6-cylinder, and of course you hear those awesome different sounds. So I'll show some of those as well. And then the hood, I like the hood sounds on these old ones. And then and then opening the hood too. I don't know, I like it. Then all the engine bays got nice little updates. So battery, I forgot the master cylinder. Well, no, because the master cylinder would be located in the floor because of the pedal design. But yeah, you can see down here, radiators, batteries, master cylinders, voltage regulators, little heater cores, all the fun stuff. So this is the flathead 6-cylinder. It's got that old school sort of sound to it, a little more throaty. Now this is the flathead V8, so it sounds quite a bit different from the flathead 6. So it sounds a little more racy, a little more like a stroker engine almost. But I think it suits the hot rod style that those engines were commonly used for after they were initially introduced. Plus the flathead V8 engine. It's got 8 single barrel carburetors, so it's a hot rod engine. Even though they did come in different cars stock. And then here is the standard i6, so your normal overhead valve sort of engine. So it's a nice mild engine, has some throatiness to it. And then finally the get out of there, Derek. And then finally the standard V8. And again, just a nice mild sound, a good little sound to have as you're cruising down the highway. And what is cool is I finally added those NPC parts. In case you're wondering why I'm going slow, I have half throttle on. Go ahead and throw some gauges in there. So yeah, and then of course, as I showed off in a previous video, you got the nice convertible top, and then animated wipers. Even the little switch should turn. Yep, so the little switch turns, and then the switch also comes out when you turn on the headlights. And then you've got full animations. When you have a manual transmission engine, clutch pedal shows up in a column shifter. So, UNU version 4 is definitely a big step up. Like, look at this dashboard model. Isn't that something else? So, I really like how these, it's really becoming a better, more fleshed out mod rather than, I mean, even I can admit that UNU was slacking on a few different things. So it's nice that there's a whole bunch of new features, great new sounds, new vehicle stuff's going on. So let's go ahead and head back to the Jeep, and then I'll show you some of the cool new features that are added there. We'll just enjoy the nice car sounds. Right. And then I'm not sure if it's in the current release or not, but I added a little gear indicator on the tachometer, as you can kind of see there. So it says we're in neutral. So I'm going to shut this one down. Yeah, I mean, there, a bunch of new sounds. You got trunk back here. And then the Rabbit has more clicky sounds. Because it's a lighter car. These sounds are from the Corvair, if anyone's curious. Alright, so then we got the Jeep. Jeep's got a bunch of animations going on. So you got the two hoods, you got the little hood latch, the retractable soft top, which is pretty cool. And then the windshield folds down. And then you can see the wipers on there activate. And you can even take off the soft top, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, you've got the clutch pedal. The brake currently goes the wrong way. And then the gear shifter. This is a stick shift for the Flathead 4. We'll go ahead and start it up. That's it. Your first gear, second, third, the whole shebang. But you got a few cool new features. A functional spare tire. That's thanks to a new animation thing, and a functional jerry can. And so this jerry can works like a barrel, so you could fill it up with spare fuel, and then when you want to actually siphon the fuel, you just take the fuel hose, and then you can link it to the vehicle. Then you see it's loading the car up with gas. It's just got lava in it. MTS adds its own jerry can, which is like, a portable little fuel pump. You can just right click it and fill up, but I like this one because it's a, actual model that you can part that you could place on the vehicle. So now when you're driving down, you got that spare tire and everything on the back of the Jeep is actually functional. And as I mentioned, version 4 of the military pack is going to take a little bit to update, and that is because I'm going to be adding an amphibious version of the Jeep. I'm still working out some remodel stuff, working on remodeling the mule and all the different vehicles that are in the military pack, making the weapons more functional, just a whole bunch of stuff like that. So the military pack is going to be quite a bit more delayed. But yeah, as you'd see, all the military vehicles are getting a remodel as well. So we got the radio and the stick shift and the little gearbox levers and antenna on the back. The Jeep is actually pretty good at off-roading too, which is pretty nice, even when you accidentally crash into bushes. The paint scheme is different for the military vehicles, so I guess that's kind of a good thing to end on. There it is. I always have a hard time. So in addition, so the military pack just has the camo variants. I took out the Blackthorn one. The Blackthorn paint is going to be in the Universe pack. And so every camo variant, there's desert, forest, winter, and then both paint and camo versions. So yeah, I really like the desert camo, the desert paint. I think it turned out really well. But yeah, you can actually fold down the windshield. Yeah, 4-wheel drive, of course. It was always 4-wheel drive. Stick shift, all the gear ratios. I reworked all of the engine stats, so the gear ratios are accurate to the various engines that they're based off of. So this Jeep has Jeep gear. Well, the Flathead 4 has Jeep gear ratios and is a 3-speed manual. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope y'all are looking forward to UNU version 4 as much as I have. I've been working on it for a ridiculously long time. That is because MTS continuously adds new functionality, and I just want to make sure that when I release this update, it has all the functions, that are, basically uses all of the features that MTS has been adding. So yeah. That's that. I'm going to go ahead and head out here because I have all the other vehicles out here. So these are all the different vehicles that have been updated and or added. I think some of them are added. But yeah, there's a coupe for the Mastodon. All these vehicles have been remodeled and have new features, including the Contractor Explorer. The roof and doors could be taken off now, which is pretty fun. I don't think the Trio. Well, no, the Trio got a slight update. Nothing too crazy, just like, some little details, like a windshield wiper, seat mounts, that kind of thing. And then here are the new emergency vehicles. These have gotten pretty significant remodels. So I guess I'll go ahead and show those off. So, radios, just like the military vehicles. Shotgun, which will be a functional item once handheld weapons are added. New textures, so now there's a blue and white and a black and white variant, which do have different paint schemes. They're not just color swaps. Remodeled ambulance, so now it has like a really cool 60s ambulance model, like the sirens, and got some oxygen tanks back there. A slight remodel on the fire truck, so you got a better grill. The siren's located down here. Sheriff pickup truck, which is pretty neat. And then, yeah, you can see the remodels of the rabbits over here. So, yeah, again, just more really cool stuff. And then again, just some more general remodels. So here we've got the Borough Remodels. There's a new Borough Porter for things like shipping yards. Contractor tow truck got some new wheels. A bunch of just a whole bunch of new functionality, especially with animations. So you can actually move the forks on the forklift by pressing the lever, which is pretty fun. And then the gear shift levers right there. So yeah, I mean just. Oh, and this is another really cool thing is I added car trailers, and you can actually put a car on this trailer, so I'll show you that really quick. This is just turning into like a rambling video of me showing off the different the different things I've added. But you know what? I'm all for it. Oh, and then you can also hear the parking brake sound, which are, actual sounds I recorded off some of my cars. All right. And like I said, I'm going slow because I have half throttle on. It's a little more realistic. And so yeah, if I actually just hitch up this trailer, after I pop a tire or two. Well, hey, we got popped tires, but that's all good. Or not. Okay, something's up with that trailer. Well, I'll just get a new trailer. You've been replaced. Trailers, I think, are down here. There we are. We gotta get a nice UNU branded car trailer. Can't just have the generic one. Alright, well, I guess trailers aren't really working right in this version of MTS I'm stuck with. So you'll just have to take my word on it. Yeah. And then, yeah, we've also got, more animation fun stuff. You can actually climb in the back. You can close all the doors. Just a whole bunch of crazy animations. Like, everything that should be animated is. It's crazy how much this has. It's been a lot. And then, yeah, you can even take off the license plates because now you can put text on parts. So there are going to be different license plate options. UNU parts is only going to have the Blackthorn license plate because that's like the only one I use in my main packs. But there are other packs that add new license plates, and I'm going to have different license plates in the Universe pack. So all the license plates come off and can be replaced with a license plate of your choice. So yeah, with that, I think that's going to pretty much be the update video. It's been a whole lot of work, been a whole lot of just updating and re-updating stuff, but I really think it is going to pay off because, there's a lot of really neat features that are coming out in UNU. So yeah, if you want to make sure to keep up, make sure you don't miss anything, I highly recommend joining the UNU Discord. Of course, it's free. It's a Discord. There's going to be a link in the description below. I post updates, everything I'm doing. There's another little update is the UNU Moon no longer says UNU on it, but instead it has an orbital space station, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so you join the Discord. I post links to the public betas, which are also uploaded on Curse. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Thank you for following along with what UNU has been doing. I hope you enjoy the packs that are coming out. I think it's a big step up, and I think it's going to be really good to show what MTS and UNU are capable of. See you guys next time.